Hello there. What is going on, everyone? We are looking at some very, very cool terrain today. And we're looking at some Monster City Metropolis terrain. There's a very good reason for this too. As you guys may or may not know, I am a big fan of Cyberpunk 2077, the video game, Cyberpunk board games, tabletop games, and lately, my newest obsession has been Cyberpunk Red Combat Zone, along with its currently up for pre-order special set for Cyberpunk Edgerunners Combat Zone. So if you guys are fans of Cyberpunk Edgerunners, definitely stick around. We're going to be announcing a winner to a giveaway for the moment miniature for Cyberpunk Edgerunners. That is up for pre-order right now. And if you guys haven't already, because I'm going to talk a little bit about Cyberpunk, but I'm going to talk a lot more about this terrain. I'll put a link in the video description below where you can check out this terrain, but also where you can check out Cyberpunk Edgerunners, because it's pre-order up right now. There's going to be some very, very cool stuff that you can get. And so very cool stuff. Now, this is not a paid video. This isn't, this isn't showcasing terrain that was sent to me. It was sent to me, but I purchased it. So it wasn't a given to me. This isn't like a review of something that I got for free. This is something that I've wanted for a long, long time. And I finally went out and bit the bullet and made a purchase. And this is very, very cool stuff. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's very, very cool. And well, instead of me talking about it, why don't I just show you what you can do with these awesome buildings? Let's dive right in. All right, so let's start off showcasing you some of this terrain. Now, what we're looking at is the small brick buildings. Now, this is a 5.5 piece, 5.5 by 5.5 square, 5.5 inches. And they're using these connectors to bind them together. They're pretty sturdy. This is MDF. It's UV printed on here, and you have a lot of additional functionality with these. Like a lot of these pieces can come out, windows, doors. You can pop them out to do whatever you want with them. If you want them open, if you want guys inside shooting out, you can use these for RPGs or for your war games or everything else in between, or just for play if you want to do it like that as well. And they're highly detailed enough that you can use them for dioramas or just photography and everything in between as well. So very cool for that. This clip system. These are also double-sided, by the way. So the clip system, I've got like this one awesome piece right here. It's pretty simplistic. You have these clips that'll go in here, and you just push it on like that, and then this will connect to another piece on the side, and you go all the way up. Now there's different styles, because we're going to look at some steel buildings as well that have more of these straight clips, but the brick buildings have this kind of alternating, more brick-like pattern. Some of your pieces are going to have a little nudge in here, and you can put it down there if you want, or you can flip it over and put it up on top, and you can do this however you want. Usually what I like to do is like have the third piece be, I have the wrong one here, but you have the third piece be like that. And what will happen is this will provide like a little ledge when you're putting all these together that'll catch a floor panel. And you've got these floor panels that kind of go in, and this will sit in here like so. And this will allow this building to be 2 stories, so you can kind of see how it would look. So for going back to this one, which if we go in here, we have 2 little clips. We've got one right here on the other side and one right here. And I can put this on top if I want, which this isn't a roof panel. Now these are every single piece is double-sided, so for the floor I can go with a wooden floor, or I can go with more of the checkerboard floor, and there's some other patterns as well. And these also have different staircase, or if I want to put a ladder in there or a staircase, so I can pop this out. If I want to put staircases in there, or if I don't actually have a physical staircase, but I can just pretend there is one. It also makes it real easy to pull this out. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this in like so. Boom. And there's my floor panel. Now, just to give you an idea of like this with scale and miniatures, I'll take this front door off. I'm going to get a couple of Arasaka miniatures from Cyberpunk Red Combat Zone. They go in here like check out. I'm going to pop out this window. And they can be right in there. They could be shooting out like so. Super easy. Great for role playing. Great for tabletop skirmish games. Very cool stuff. We also have ceiling tiles, which will go on the top. and we can do it this way, or we can do it this way. These also can pop out. I'm not popping the top of the ceiling tiles out right now, but like I'm waiting to try and get some like AC vents and things like that to go in there. But yeah, you can totally do that as well. And because these are double-sided, I could put it to where the little nub is on the very, very top, or I can put it down a little bit. So if I'm doing a single building like this, I like to put it down a little bit, because then that gives me a natural sort of roof line, and I've got a little barricade, or just a little design for the top of the roof, like so. Very cool stuff, and we can have our whole gang up there. You can do rooftop to rooftop stuff. We've got another one. Now, this is a medium-sized one. This one is a little bit bigger. This one is what, like about 9 by 9, somewhere around there, about 9 inches. So this is a much larger building, and this one allows for more skirmish type stuff. And this, again, you can use these for Legion or whatever. I'm going to put some clone commandos. These guys aren't done yet. I'm going to put some, some Star Wars Legion miniatures. I'll put some of the range troopers and clone commandos. These guys are still works in progress. I wanted to give you an idea of, you can fit lots of dudes up on top of this building. This is a very, very large building. And like the small brick building, this is a medium brick building. This one is also, it's got the floor panels in there. I'm going to flip this upside down so you can see we've got our multiple stories. This is one of those reasons why it's usually better to punch the staircases out. You can kind of grab them and manipulate them a little bit easier. But you have fully functional interior. If you want to put furniture or anything else in there, you can totally do that. And there we go. And there's our roof. So in addition to our medium and small, we also have a large. And the large is 12 by 9. And so now we've got a variety of different sized buildings, and we can make like warehouses and shop fronts and little residential buildings. We can have alleyways and stuff like that, have dudes hanging out in here, all kinds of cool stuff. We can put some buildings on top of other ones. We can do stuff like that, or we can also stack them directly on top of each other. So if you want to do any stacking, you can just put them on top like normal, but if you just set them on top, they're not going to be super strong. Now there are little holes in here, so if you've got like a welding rod or some kind of real thin thing, you can put that through there to lock it all in. But there's also these clips. There's also these clips that you can put in. I'll show you real quick. They're just going to like steady it a little bit, so we can go like that. And now I've got these on each of the 4 sides, so that'll make this a little sturdier and a little less likely to fall. See, it's not going to fall. So now you can have multiple story buildings and have them a little more stable. Although I might want to put that door back in if he's going to be there. Where did the door? I dropped the door, but yeah. That's the window. Okay, so yeah, so we can you can do all kinds of stuff if you want to do that. I want to show you guys the steel building, because this one's really impressive because it comes with some extra stuff. All right, so the steel buildings are, functionally about the same. It's just a different sort of finish. But this is, I got a particular steel building. It has indentations on here, and it allows for some girders and some, for some stairs and stuff like that. And it comes with ladders, and I can set this down and put a ladder here, and now all of a sudden my characters can go up, start climbing up to the roof. But this was part of a bundle that came with 3 of these, and just so you can kind of get the idea that if you stack them on top, it goes up all the way. And I have to do more of a wide angle shot to show you all 3 of them stacked. All right, here we go, and we're gonna get this 3rd one on there. Now, I didn't put the clips in. This is just temporary, just to show you guys how tall this can go. We can put our minis on here very, very easily. You also can put minis like on the steps, because the bases fit in between the steps real easily. I don't know if Legion minis bases fit within the steps. They're close, but they're not quite, because Legion bases are a little extra thick. But if you've got Monster Fight Club or most standard bases, Legion bases are thicker than most. They all fit within there. I've got some of my Maelstrom guys. I could say that this is, you know, what Arasaka's doing a raid, but this is like a Maelstrom hangout, and I could put all those guys in here. I'll show you guys some setups with a lot of it, and I also got fences I want to show you too. So let's take a look at some more stuff. All right, so I want to show you guys some of these fences because these are also really cool, and they come in a pack of like 10, but I've just got to like 4 of them right here. And these are super cool fences. They do come unpainted, but they're still gray, so you don't even have to paint them, although I probably will at least dry brush some silver over the top. But yeah, so we can have like these fences that go out front here, and, you know, like have my guys kind of hanging out in the fence here, or have all kinds of goods in there, or all kinds of good stuff. You can put your like your little boxes, your crates, and all kinds of stuff in the fence yard. And you get a lot in one pack, and they basically they're going to come like this. This is really great design. This would be super easy to just dry brush some chrome over and make them a little bit more metallic, but or rusty if you want to do that. You know, like fit the theme a little bit more depending on what your battlefield is. So that much is really cool. And they have these little clips that go in here like so. You can put one on the top and one on the bottom, like so. And you just take another one, you put that together, boom. And then you've got your fence. And you can fold it in, fold it out. You can fold it up for storage when you're done. You can link them all together for one big fence, or you do a couple of small fences like backyards and all kinds of good stuff. And this can integrate well if you're using some like the Monster Fight Club trees, if you're doing like a little bit of like a Central Park, you know, joining up to New York City or something like that. You can do a lot of different things with that too, which is very, very cool. And plus, you know, the versatility of everything. Like if I want to put one of my small things on top of this one, I can have all kinds of stuff. I can do like a side in here. Let's do a couple of sample setups for kind of looking at everything. And by the way, if any of you guys are asking, this is a Frontline Games kind of cyberpunk city map. I figured it was kind of appropriate for this as a 3x6 map, and kind of works well with this. I know Monster Fight Club also has some play mats, but I was looking for a 3x6 for this, so this one works out for today. All right, so here's kind of a wide angle shot. We've got a whole lot of stuff going on in this particular setup. We've got some. First off, one of the things is we can put extra little doodads and gadgets on top of some of these buildings. We got like a little antenna up here. We've got a satellite dish on top of there with the Danger Gals, kind of, you know, setting up shop on top of that building. Over here we've got some Inquisitors from Legion and 2 different gangs from Cyberpunk Combat Zone. We've got 7th Sister and 5th Brother kind of squaring off between a fight between Arasaka and the Maelstrom. So very cool to see that going on right there. We've got some shipping containers in the fence line over here. So an Arasaka shipping container and a couple more shipping containers back here. Again, it all fits perfectly together. It's all, you know, really fits into that city vibe. We've got the tall scaffolding and everything right there. Marvel Crisis Protocol also works very, very well with this terrain. It also is fully compatible with the terrain that comes in the box, the core set for Cyberpunk Red Combat Zone. And we also have the Moment miniature right here. Adam Smasher coming down on top of Rebecca from Cyberpunk Edgerunners. This Kickstarter is available right now. If you get that, the link in the video description below, you can potentially check one of these out. We're also doing a giveaway, so let's announce that winner. All right, the winner for the Moment giveaway is going to be Simon Calcutt. Congratulations, Simon. Just shoot me an email at mailcrabbok@gmail.com. and we will get you squared away, and we'll get that sent out to you. And everybody else, thank you for participating. If you were interested in Edgerunners, Cyberpunk Edgerunners, again, the separate standalone core set, it does come with terrain. I've already done a video showcase, and a lot of what comes in it is available for pre-order now. Another thing I want to talk about too is that even though this one is a big tower here, I can totally separate this if I want and just have smaller buildings, and they totally work as standalone buildings as well. So very cool stuff. Very cool options to have like a totally reconfigurable cityscape terrain. This is just very, very cool. I also want to showcase some Star Wars vehicles on the streets here and see how they compare to the size of some of these buildings. All right, so just the standard height building here is almost as tall as an AT-ST. So it just gives you an idea of the scale of these buildings and how really, like, you can get this inner city, like if the Empire was kind of invading more of an urban kind of planet. Actually, this kind of reminds me a little bit of some of the buildings in Andor. Andor. There's too many people and planets that have the same sounding names. But if you watched Andor on Disney Plus, they had a lot of the red brick kind of infrastructure. So this definitely could work for an Andor kind of planet, which is really cool. Maybe we'll do a battle report for Legion with some of this type of stuff. I don't know if this will be enough for a full Legion battle report, but we'll figure it out. And I mean, if we add the rest of the stuff to it, also we could definitely make that work. So we've got, we got some the Separatist tank here, and then the chopper, the Lat LE right there, and then we do have, of course, the big AT-AT behind here, towering over a double-story building. But if we stack this up triple high, I think I'm just doing it real quick. We can still get taller than the AT, the AT-AT, as I like to call it. So very cool stuff if we're, if we're kind of lining everything up. Of course, I gotta go my board games with the new setup in the background there. So what do you guys think of the new backgrounds, by the way? It's a little better than it used to be, but we're having some fun with it. So yeah, this is some pretty cool terrain. I'm really, really excited to get it to table for some gaming. And one more thing is there's also a lot of extra little accessory packs that they have of extra things that you can sort of add to your cityscape to make it feel a little bit more alive. Different types of containers, barrels, terminals, ATMs, street lights, all kinds of cool stuff. So they have a whole wide variety and selection of stuff to augment all of this even further. Public access terminals and all kinds of things to make your city feel alive and lived in, which is also super cool. And of course, if you're going a little more grimdark, you can throw in like some of the broken scatter terrain pieces that are also available in the Combat Zone core sets as well. So lots of very cool stuff. This has been really cool. Again, I'll put links in the video description below. You can check all the most of this stuff out over at monsterfightclub.com. Very, very fun. I'm just, honestly, this makes me feel like I'm having more fun putting the board together than playing the game, right? Like, and I love that. I love when it's like, wait, what part of the game do I like better? The setup or the actual gameplay? And when it's like you're having a tough time deciding because they're both so much fun, that's really, that's a win-win situation for everybody. Because you're telling a whole story sometimes when you're just designing your board, and it's a beautiful thing. The only problem is now that I've got this, I want more, and I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit until next paycheck or something like that. So yeah, that's a good problem to have, I suppose. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are amazing and help make this whole channel possible. I will talk to you later. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. Have a great day, and always wash your socks. See ya.